Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this briefing on immigration reform and the county's role in providing services at the local level because of federal policy on immigration. We appreciate your coming here. My name is Larry Naake. I'm the Executive Director of the National Association of Counties. We're headquartered here in Washington, D.C., and we represent the 3,068 counties throughout the country. Of those 3,068, about 2,400 are members of our association, and that represents about 85% of the population of the country. So we pretty much cover most of the counties, and even the ones that aren't members we represent as well. So again, welcome here. This is the third consecutive Hill briefing we've had in a series that we hope to continue in the future on different programs and services that are provided by county governments and how we fit into this federal system of government and the important role we play as the providers of these services at the local level. We've done a couple of other briefings last year, one on health care and one on transportation. And again, this is the third one we're going to be doing on immigration reform. We plan to do some additional briefings in 2010 on the subjects of H1N1, jobs, and justice and public safety. So we'll keep you informed as we set the dates for those, and hopefully you can participate in those briefings as well. These briefings are part of an overall campaign that we started about 3 years ago that we call Restore the Partnership, meaning restore the partnership between counties and the federal government. It's a partnership we think that has gone downhill a little bit in the last 15 to 20 years, and it's one that we want to restore. Because we believe that the federal system and cooperation and partnership among the different levels of government is the only way we're going to really provide the services to our common residents and common citizens. So it's important. One of the things you'll see here is everyone's wearing a badge on H.R. 3332, which is a bill that has been introduced by Representative Conley that would establish something called a National Commission on Intergovernmental Relations. Its purpose is to bring together, in partnership, representatives from the federal government, state governments, and local governments, the administration, the Congress, governors, state legislators, county officials, mayors, and city officials, and the private sector to talk about these intergovernmental relation issues that affect all of us and to try to come to agreement on the best ways to approach it. So this bill has now been introduced. If you can go back to your offices and get your members of Congress to sign onto the bill, co-author it, we would really very, very much appreciate it. We have a really distinguished panel of county officials today who will discuss the political, the economic, and the programmatic impact of immigration on county governments and our constituents. But before we do that, I did want to bring to your attention and briefly share with you the results of a survey that we're releasing today that measures the impact of federal inaction on the area of immigration reform on local resources and communities. It's in your packet, and I'm not going to go through it in detail. You can take a look at it when you have, but let me just give you a few highlights about it. The survey was sent to 400 counties throughout the country. 113 counties responded to this survey from 33 states, and that includes counties from both the southern border states and northern states as well. So it's very representative from around the country. Some of the highlights include, first, that 91% of the counties that responded have experienced an increase in the number of foreign-born residents in the last 5 years. Second, a vast majority of the respondents, 63%, believe that the most pressing issues around immigration reform are eliminating the piecemeal approach to immigration and establishing clear federal laws and enforcement policies, which they don't think are clear at this point. Third, the respondents also indicated that the issues that need to be addressed by Congress in any reform legislation include border enforcement, 66% of them said that was an important issue for them, a path to citizenship, 60% indicated that was important, and funding for local government health care and education programs, which have become a huge burden on local governments, as you might understand. And finally, the counties who responded to the survey indicated that immigration and the lack of federal policy has had a dramatic impact on the cost of local programs and services, especially in the areas of jail populations, crime, public health services and programs, emergency health services, school social services, and indigent care. So we think that this survey reinforces our position that we need comprehensive immigration reform at the federal level, and that since immigration policy is a federal responsibility, that the federal government should pay the full cost of these public services and programs that are now being borne by counties and cities throughout this country.